So now we back to for the 2 months. I get to the training. I'm making money. Now I get done with the training. Now I'm actually working. So I'm working this whole time. Sometimes at her buddy Tasha's house, I could take a shower every couple days. Mind you, we're in Florida. I'm working these in the hot sun, sweaty, or whatever the case is. And this whole time that I'm working, nobody at the job knows that I don't got no lights and no water. It's my business. I'm keeping it to myself. I'm just working, saving all our money. So then once we get up enough money to get the lights back on, the money is coming in regularly. I'm used to the job now. Things are on the up and up. You know what I'm saying? We didn't started. We had to quit the.
He made good money.
We had to quit the flea market because we ain't had no money. And then once I started working good, I started giving her money back. So, okay, well, here, you can start back couponing, take this little money, and you can make the money on the side with the flea market stuff, get that back going, while I'm at this job making pretty good money. So it moved kind of 2 months. It took us about 2 months to get the lights back on. I get my car out the hot. I ain't hiding it no more. And
Shout out to my cousin Samad. So Samad just so happened to work for the company we had our car loan through.
Shout out to Samad.
He called us like, listen, how's your car out? They coming for it.
They know where you are.
They know where you are. They know where you are. So, because we got our car in Missouri, before we left, and that's all we had. That was our good car, good reliable car, dependable car. So we like, no, you ain't taking it. You ain't taking it. And we was almost to the point of almost selling it, paying it off. So we really was like, no. So we was hiding that out at Tasha's house. Hiding that out at Tasha's house. Stealing power from our neighbor. And then he got this job, and then he working hard as he can work. I'm back at the flea market. We saving all our money, getting back on top of things. All this time, you know, money can make or break your relationship, but it didn't break ours, because we had a plan and we were sticking to it. When it got hard, we just reminded each other of that, and we coming out of this. We're gonna work hard and we're gonna come out of it.
We had a good attitude about that.
Yeah, we had a good attitude.
We still had,
the whole time,
which
will make
dark
or break the situation.
Yeah, being in the dark, still in power.
I mean, it was a shitty situation, but if you in a messed up situation and you have a messed up attitude about it, it's gonna be rougher than it's gonna be worse. So we try to keep up. You know, we human. Of course, we're gonna get mad or go through our feelings. We just try not to stay there or try to help each other out of it. You know, and that's the beautiful thing of working with your partner. You got something when things get hard. You got a shoulder to cry on. You got a shoulder to lean on. You got somebody that might be talking sense into your ear because you ain't thinking sensibly. You know what I'm saying? So that helped us get through that part, that time. And once we did, you know, Donnell, he was making pretty good money through JB Hunt. And he, of course, he's a hard worker. He's always been a hard worker. That's one of his qualities. And he wasn't like, he gonna work as many hours as he needs to work. He gonna do that calculation, that math, and see what we need to bring in, and he gonna bring it in. So, at that point, we started, you know, we knocked on the neighbor's door. I think he knocked it. He told her. And he told her.
Because I was feeling some kind of way.
I'm gonna give you some money on your bills every week, and he did.
Yeah.
And we did that for a while. So, you know, that helped us to even develop a relationship with her, too. So.
See, because to be honest, after we started to get on our feet, then she started to have problems with her own self, and it just worked out that way. That she didn't even know that she was helping me. She didn't even know, but by her helping me, I was able to get back on my feet, and then, you know, I paid the favor back, and you know, I offered her a little bit of support that she needed at the time. So we was even Steven, you know what I'm saying? You help me, I help you, and it just worked out that way. So and we got out of that.
And we had some good people to help. Of course, Tiff and Ed, they always helped us. And then my landlord. So it just pays to be good. So let me just tell you this story about my landlord when we moved there. What was she? She's Asian. I wasn't sure which region she's from, but she's Asian. But when we came up on hard times and we couldn't pay our rent on time, you know, Aunt and Tiffany would help us, but you know that's a lot to put on your family member to ask them to be paying your $800-900, you know, rent. So we just went to our landlord and she said, you know what, I'm gonna work with y'all because y'all have been one of my best tenants. Y'all keep the property clean, y'all pay y'all rent on time. I haven't had any issues with y'all. She said, take y'all time. Pay what you can when you can. I'm not gonna charge you no late fees or nothing. So that took a load off right there. Like, cause we gonna do right when we get back on our feet, and she knew that. So it just pays to do right, be right, treat people right, because they could come. You never know, they could come back, and then we couldn't believe it. She didn't have to do that. She could have had somebody in there the next week, put us out or whatever, and so it was a blessing. That was a blessing. Everything was a blessing. Tasha being able to help us, she allowed us to go over to her house and cook meals, and then we had the gym memberships. We used that to go take showers, just everything. Then we would put our trash can out when it rained so we could so we could flush our toilets. But anyway, even through all that stuff and the bad things, we worked through it. And
that was the glue. Yeah. All these different situations that we never thought of or whatever. All these little situations was like putting glue and sticking us closer.
And every time something happens, one family member would say, "Y'all coming back?"
No.
We're not coming back. That ain't the plan. We're sticking with the plan.
We couldn't afford to leave. We couldn't afford to
leave at one point. But
we couldn't afford to stay. We couldn't afford to leave.
But even then, when we could, because when I got sick, we did have some money at that time. But I wasn't going home. No. This is my home now, and I'm gonna make it work here. Yeah. So
all right. So now we back on our feet. Back on our feet. Flea market, rolling. JB Hunt, we rolling. Yeah. We got money. It's stacking. You know what I'm saying? The savings is looking good. Everything is everything. Everything is where we want it to be. We're happy. Sky's the limit. Well, now and I just got a promotion with JB Hunt. So now they put me in charge of apartment buildings, to where the whole apartment, they might have 8, 9, 10 buildings, and they all need to have fresh appliances, dishwashers and wash machines and dryers. They have to have all of all the stuff, all the appliances, refrigerators, all that, the microwaves. They put me in charge of running all of that. Now, since I get the new promotion, now I'm starting to think of, okay, the promotion is great. What else can I do? I mean, this is going good, but what can I do? How can I do? And I figure out that with JB Hunt, they'll let you drive a box truck without a Class B license. Just as long as your license is good, you can drive. And I just figured out that these skills that I'm learning, I can only do for JB Hunt. What if they fire me? What I'm gonna do? If they get rid of me, I can't go just do this somewhere else. So then I figured out, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go get I need to get my license. I need to at least get my Class B license, so that way I can continue to drive a box truck. Job is great. The more and more I thought about that, matter of fact, not only am I gonna get my B license, I'm gonna go ahead and get my A license. Nobody else in this job has that, so I'm trying to figure out how can I one up all these people that's working around me. They've been doing this, they got it. I'm the low man on the totem pole. How can I separate myself from them and get a step above them and maybe doing it? So that's when I come up, all right, I'm gonna start truck driving school. I'm gonna get my license. I'm gonna get my Class A license, and I'm gonna learn me another skill so I can be one up on them, so I can show some type of value. Well, the day before The day before I start my CDL class, the day before, I get the call. She's going hard, and she has a stroke while couponing at the Walmart. It happens to.
Thankfully, I went to Walmart. I was getting ready to go home because I was tired, and I was like, let me just stop in this Walmart real fast and get a couple things for dog food, because y'all know people love their pets and they love when they can get the dog food they want. So I was like, let me go in here and get this dog food, so I'll be ready for my customers. And so, thankfully, I was at Walmart because I had my stroke at Walmart because the lady, God sent your angels. I know she was a nurse because she went into action immediately, and I believe that's why I was able to come back. Why are we having all these problems? Listen, I don't know why, but okay, husband, do you got it? You got it set up right now? Okay.
That's best.
I hope that this thing stay up. I don't know why I keep trying to fall over now. We had it all set up, but anyway. So I believe that with the stroke, you need fast action, and I didn't know what was going on. I had a pain in my head. I didn't know what it was. I thought maybe I just need to go home. I was tired because I had been running, and so I was leaving. I was getting ready to leave out of Walmart, and I just started getting dizzy. I couldn't see, and I felt myself going down. And no lie, y'all, I thought I was gonna die. I made my peace with God, and I thought I was gonna wake up in heaven. I did not think I was gonna make it back. So she seen me, and she ran over and was she was asking me questions, and I thought I was answering, but no, it was just mumble. But she was making me. She would not let me go to sleep. I kept trying to doze off. She would not let me go to sleep. She kept lifting me up, kept asking me questions. And all the while, she's on the phone calling the ambulance. The ambulance got to me in 9 minutes, I think. 9 minutes. And she told them that she believed I was having a stroke. So I know she was a nurse. She knew it, or she knew the signs. So I believe just her quick action also helped me to not be as bad as it was, because I was in the ICU and I was in the stroke unit, and I was doing better than anybody else, and I would hear the families and the doctors, and I would just cry and pray. I'm gonna try not to get emotional, but I decided I'm coming back from this. God let me, he let me live. I'm gonna fight to get back. So just having a determination to not let nothing beat you, nothing, no matter what comes. Life is hard. Life is real hard, and we all know that. What's going to determine it is your relationship with God, relationship with your family, and what you got inside of you, and all of that helped me fight back. But he was getting ready to go. This happened right then when he was getting ready to go to Turkey school. He could have said, I'm going to give up. I got to be here for my wife. He said, no, that's still the plan. I'm going to just help you. I'm going to nurse you back. And then we're going to go forth after. Well, I'm going to go forth, because at that time it was just him. It wasn't going to be me and him in the truck. So, but I'm just, guys, things going to come. Things are going to get hard. Things are going to be meant to stop you. And don't let them. Be determined. Be determined. If you got to pivot, if you got to slow down, if you got to just work through something and then get back to the plan, get back to the plan. Don't let nothing stop you. Nothing, no matter what comes up. Because things are going to come up. Things are going to come up.
The end of end, the end. You're going to see the real end.
Yeah.
It's like, this is it.
Yeah. So things are going to come up.
You're going to see it like this. We can't get past this.
Well, I ain't going to be able to get past this.
We can't get past this. But you have to.
But you have to. and you can get past it.
Yeah, you can. What looks like the end is not always the end.
I was down for months. It took me. I had to relearn how to walk. I had to relearn how to talk. I had to relearn how to feed myself. Everything. And to be honest, I'm still not back 100%. I still lost brain cells. When you have a stroke, those brain cells die. They don't come back. My memory, and I used to have a really good memory. Things now, I have to really think and concentrate. I get my words mixed up sometimes. I got, my eye is not back. That's just what it is. My vision is not 20/20 anymore. But it is what it is. I'm going to keep going. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let it stop me. I still got a slight limp. I can't wear heels no more. They'll laugh at my kitten heels. I want to wear heels. I'm going to try to get back. I'm going to try to get myself strong enough to where I won't get back to heels. But anyway, don't let nothing stop you. Put your kitten heels on and be cute. Don't let nothing stop you. So, that's what it is. And at that time, I didn't even think about coming to the church. No, I just thought about getting back healthy, and then I was just gonna go back to the flea market because the flea market was good. I was making thousands of dollars, y'all. So I was like, we saving money. We had money saved, and then I had my stroke. Okay, so then I never go to work this 12-hour shift, come to the hospital, and still take care of me. The nurses loved him. You hear me? They loved his dirty drawers. They loved him. Because nobody's family, nobody was taking care of their family like that, which is crazy, but, and when you go through a sickness or a hard time, you find out who's in your corner, who loves you, who doesn't. So, something, I seen who loved us and who was there for us and all of that, but we also lost my money from the flea market. So all that money we saved, guess what? It had to start going towards bills and things like that. And he would come and then come and take care of me. And some days it was rough, and I would feel like giving up, and he wouldn't let me. And and then I had to go to rehab. And I prayed that I got in this rehab. You had to get approved. You couldn't go automatically. And it was expensive. So I had to pray I got approved. And I had to pray I got a scholarship. So what I do, get on the line. Call my prayer warriors. Y'all, I need to get in this rehab because I understood that makes a difference. The rehab you go to. And I know other stroke victims that did not get to that rehab, and they are still struggling today. So,
still struggling, or
this rehab, rehab are not here. This rehab, you have to work 8 hours a day. They ain't taking no for an answer. They ain't taking, you don't feel like doing it today. They ain't taking no gloom and doom. And guess what? You got 2 tries, and if they tell you you don't cooperate, they put you out of the rehab. I was not about to take that chance. So I did what they said do. I worked hard every day to get myself back. And that's what made the difference. You got to work, sometimes you got to work through that pain. You got to work through that hard time. You got to work through that sickness. And through all of that, you got to believe that I'm going to come out of this. I'm going to come out of this better. I'm going to come out of this, and then I'm going to be able to start again.
I think when we left off, we was at the part where she had a stroke. She's in the hospital.
I was in the rehab.
In the rehab, yeah, doing that. Now I'm coming up after work, 12, 14-hour shifts. I'm coming up there to make sure she eats, and then give her a shower, bath, wash her up, get her hair kind of combed out a little bit. I'm doing that kind of thing because I wasn't really happy with the nurses, and I'm trying to take care of my wife. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to. this is my chance to show her that I got your back, and we already hit the reset button. We already rolling. Everything is good. Relationship is, all these things are, we're cruising. You know what I'm saying? We're cruising. We got a plan. Everything is cooking. So this major thing is a small setback. It's, you know, it's a big thing, but it's a chance for me to kick in to show her, like, hey, don't worry about it. I mean, I know you all jacked up. One half of your body don't work no more. All this stuff, and you feeling some kind of way, but I'm here, and I ain't going nowhere. So we went through all of that, and I mean, I'm making it sound light, but it was pretty tough for me, because all the time, Monday through Friday, I'm working 60, 65 hours a week, coming up there on her. So really, the only day that I had to be kind of off or to sleep in was on Saturday. So sometimes I would sleep in until about 9 o'clock before I got to the hospital to spend the day at the hospital. And a couple of those times, she wasn't happy. she wasn't happy with me. Like, where's you at? I'm like, I just got up. Every day I gotta be to work at 6 o'clock, so my day starts at 4:30 in the morning, and my day goes till like 7 in the nighttime. It was kind of tough, so I was like, hey, I'm gonna need some sleep time before I come up there. You know, the house is a mess because I'm not there. I'm just in and out. I'm dusting off my clothes, doing all of that. Thank God that the job, they had a laundry service, so I didn't really have to worry about my uniforms being clean, because I would take them and drop them off and let them do that. So it was a tough time, you know. It was a tough time, but again, it was a time where I felt like this really my time to shine, to be like, to let her know this is my idea. I'm gonna put the icing on the cake, like, babe, I got you. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't, them yesteryears, that time is over. That time gone. I'm here something. I'm here doing something new now. You know what I'm saying? Just to show you. And then I think she saw me, and she I could tell more and more. You know what I'm saying? She was happy to see me when she saw me, and I felt it, and that's how the relationship. Then I feel like I did my job, because, you know, after she got home, after the rehab and all of that stuff was done, and she got back to the house, it was still work. She still had
had rehab, outpatient rehab.
Yeah, she still had to make those appointments, and we had our daughter there. We had her there, but Moo was she was young in her own feelings, and she ain't really understand the scope of it, because part of that, she had moved out to Georgia because she wasn't feeling us, so she moved out, and for her to come from Georgia to come, you know, it was a big deal. She lived like 2 hours away. So for her to come up to the hospital and spend time, she couldn't really do that. She worked, she did all that kind of stuff. But then by the time she got out of the hospital, that's when I needed Moo to take her around. But then I seen Moo, she wasn't really feeling us at that time. So I started pushing her. You don't need her. You can drive yourself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know you're scared to drive, but you know,
yeah. My neurologist told me I couldn't drive. I was told I wouldn't be able to drive for at least a year, and then he would see if I was able to start back driving. So at that time I was scared. I was like, I'm not getting behind the wheel. I'm not driving myself around. Either Brooks Rehab will have to come
and get me, or Danisha have to take me, so I can make my appointments. But I was scared to drive myself. I did not drive myself to my appointment.
And I figured at the time, I mean, she's doing the rehab and doing all those, doing that part to get her body back as best she could. But in my head, I'm thinking, you need to do the stuff that you've been doing in your regular life. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I mean, I'll let you do some couponing while I'm at work, but you're gonna have to move around. I can't just leave you here and just sit. You got to move around. You got to get back into society. You got to get back to doing the stuff that you like to do, because for one, you love couponing. You was good at it, and do the things that you love, so that way you can get back to feeling like yourself. You know what I mean? So that was a rough time, but we got through it, we did what we were supposed to do to overcome the step. You know what I'm saying? So we battled that for like a year. And then once the year was up, then I felt like, she's back. She's not back to normal, but she's driving around. She's going back hard on the couponing. The limp is going away. Things is moving good, and I decided that, okay, now it's time. I had my buddy Jason. We went to go hang out with them in Tennessee, and he was like, well, what you doing? And I told him what we had going on with the stroke and all that kind of stuff, and he was like, just do it. So we got back to it, back to the plan. The plan is on now, and I went into truck driving school and went through that. So I did it on the weekend. So I worked the hours, 12, 14 hours a day, and then on the weekends I will go all day, Saturday and Sunday, to learn how to drive a truck. And on my lunch breaks, while I'm at school, I would pack up my car with the coupon and stuff. I pack up my car with the coupon and stuff. So on my lunch breaks, I would zoom to the flea market where she was at, and I would drop off more stuff, because she would run out of stuff, and she couldn't just leave and go get the stuff. When we was together, then I could pack up my car, she could pack up her car, and that was our weekend thing, and pack up both cars, and we spend the 2 days at the flea market. But since I started doing truck driving school, I would still pack up my car, hit her at the lunch break, come back, finish up the truck driving school, and that's how that went for, I don't know, like 3-4 months. It took me, I'm doing it 2 days a week, so it took longer than the rest of it.
Yeah, weekend is longer than full time. When I went full time Monday through Friday. Yeah, so it's less time. But
yeah, but truck driving school was tough. That was tough. I got some footage. I might try to put the footage in there. They cracked jokes on me, and it was a big old thing. It was rough. Graduated from that. When I thought I was going to graduate, I failed the test. They had a big party for me. I was so sad, because I was supposed to graduate and have my certificate and all that, but I failed the test the first time. But we still had a party.
Still had the party though.
Then the next week, I retook the test, and then I passed, and I got my CDL, my ACE CDL license. And then I walked in I told JB Hunt what I was doing the whole time, and they have been telling me, like, okay, well, once you get your CDL license, then we'll put you in some extra training, and then we'll let you drive the tractor, and then no one's driving the tractor, so you'll be able to do that. So I'm like, cool. The guy that was driving the tractor, he quit like 5 times. That's really what made me think, like, I'm gonna just take his job, because he keep quitting and coming back, quitting coming back. So I'm like, every time he quit, the truck's parked, I'll drive it. none of these dudes can't drive it. I'm gonna drive it. So after all that is said and done, I flashed my new CDL Class A license down, and they was like, no. I said, what you mean no? I said, well, listen, this what we gonna, I got my Class A license down, and I got trucking companies on my back a little bit to, you know, like, hey, you fresh out of school, you can come work over here with us. So I had a few offers and everything. So I told JB Hunt, I was like, listen, I'm gonna let you think about it. I'm gonna go on vacation. I'm gonna take some of my vacation that I got saved up. I'm gonna go on vacation for the 2 weeks, and then when I come back, you let me know what I'm gonna do then. If that don't work, if when I come back after my vacation, if you're not talking right, I'll just put my 2 weeks in, and then I'm gonna go hit the road and be a truck driver over the road. They thought I was playing, and when I came back after our little cruise, we took a little cruise, you know. And when I came back, I was like, hey, so what we gonna do? It was like, nah, we gonna get rid of the tractor. We ain't even gonna have that no more, and you're just gonna keep doing what you was doing. I was like, well, I ain't gonna get no raise or nothing. I mean, I got a CDL from Class A. I'm flashing my license. Like, I ain't gonna get no raise. That's like, no. Just keep doing what you're doing. What we will do is give you these apartments that you've been doing. We'll let you do that. You'll make more money because you're doing the apartments. You'll make a little more money doing that. I said, nah. I'm gonna go ahead and put my 2 weeks in right now. I'm telling you, 2 weeks, I'm out of here. But I like the job. Most money I ever made. I like this job, but I can't continue to do it this way. I'm betting on me. That's how it's gonna go. And they didn't believe me. They didn't believe me.
No.
And when
I
the
didn't think he was like
2 weeks came, well, a few days before the 2 weeks was up, I was like, listen, man, Friday is gonna be the 2 weeks. I'm gonna finish up this building, so the other 6, 7 buildings, 8 buildings that you got left, y'all gonna have to figure it out. I'm out of here. I see y'all. I went and I finished up those buildings, and on the last building that I told him I was gonna finish up, field boss, he never really hardly checks in. He came, he was like, hey man, you really quitting? This your last day? Yeah, I'm done with this building. I told y'all that I was gonna be done with this building, and I'm now starting on a new building. I want to drive a tractor trailer. You don't really want me to do that. I'm gonna go drive a tractor trailer. I got a skill now. I got these skills that you taught me. I got this other skill. I'm doing something else. So there's something else for me to do. And if you're not with it, I don't really know what to tell you. So, and that's pretty much how that went. They were sad, and I was out of there. Then the next Monday, I was on a Greyhound headed to Tennessee to go work with Warner. That was my first trucking job in Warner. So I spent the time doing that with my trainer. I picked Warner because they had the longest training time, and I wanted to get all the training so I could know what I'm doing. So got through all of that, and then when I got released to go on the road by myself, I started seeing old people, young people, couples together, and I just started looking at these couples like, we could do that. This might be a thing. So, you know, I like 10 months in, and I just was like, hey, you ought to learn how to drive a truck. I can train you. And it took me about a week, 2 weeks to talk her into it. She finally agreed. I was like, listen, I can coach you over the phone. While I'm out here on the road, you go to school, whatever it is that you need to learn, I'll teach you, I'll tell you what you need to do. All of that stuff, I'll do that while I'm over the road. And she did it. And bada boom, bada bang. That's how, you know, and now our trucking career is, now we, like 8 years later, you know what I'm saying? And we're trucking together. And that's our start. I mean, in the beginning of that training, as good as we thought our relationship was, that was also
hard.
That was hard too. I mean, it was many a times where she would be mad and she didn't want to drive the truck. She didn't want to, you know. And we had a manual truck, so we had shifting gears. And I'd be like, hey, you got to get up here so you can watch me. You know what I'm saying? Watch me shift these gears in the traffic. We in Atlanta traffic, the worst traffic, all this kind of stuff, man. We'd be so mad, looking stupid. Where's our little cat at? We gotta find a little.
No, we got. Oh yeah. So we don't have kitty cat anymore.
We don't have the kitty cat.
We got T'Challa.
We got T'Challa.
So he's up there in the corner.
Let me go get T'Challa.
Hold on. Don't knock the camera down.
I'm not gonna knock it down.
Okay.
We got T'Challa. See, T'Challa. First, it was Kitty Cat. That was our therapist. Now we got T'Challa, and I still talk to him to this day. Okay, because sometimes, I mean, everybody is F-face. I cuss a lot because the traffic is stupid. People don't know how to drive, or the truck drivers, they stupid. But T'Challa, he feels my pain. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell y'all, but I'm going to tell y'all. He talks back to me too. He tells me to calm down a lot. I mean, he has a lot to say. T'Challa's my guy. You know what I'm saying? This little thing right here, my therapist, you know, he helps me work things out. This what we need. We needed. We got rid of Kitty Cat. I ain't really like the cat, but T'Challa, he better. You know what I'm saying?
We had to talk to him.
We talked to him. You know what I'm saying? Tell him we be on it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so you gotta. I mean,
so you gotta do stuff to make yourself laugh for real, because you gotta break that. When you so upset, you can't. You gotta get your mind back right on that road. You gotta concentrate. You can't be mad. You know. So yeah,
it's a thing being in the close quarters of this truck, and you know, with all the different hassles and different stuff that goes on during the truck. I mean, we still to this day, I mean, till now and forever, as long as we are on this truck, I think finding some humor in the worst situations is paramount. I think that's the right word. It's just you gotta find some humor and laugh it off, so that way you can get your mind back right. So that way, because sometimes when you get in the heat of the moment, you can say some things that you probably can't come back from. And I personally try real hard to not just say whatever I want to say. I mean, it's a lot of times, and she's not the. I don't know how to say it. She's not really the easiest person to talk to, because she gonna say something. You know, she gonna say something, and you know that tongue is
my tongue is better.
It's
better. It's better.
Yeah, I mean, but
I do work on it. I think about it too.
It's
just
work.
like,
you know what I mean? I mean, she gonna say something. I'm gonna say something. But you know, we try to we work. I mean, but that's the work every day. I mean, that part of the work, that part of the relationship, it doesn't. You can't never drop your guards on that. You know what I'm saying? You always gotta. I mean, it's not a defensive position, but you just gotta be conscious, more conscious.
Yeah. Bottom line, you gotta show respect to each other.
Yeah,
we have to respect each other. You can't, be taking those deep blows. You can't be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't gonna do. That's not gonna make situation.
It's not gonna.
better.
I mean, because sometimes you can say something slick and like whatever it is that you always felt like that. You can you just gonna let it come out in this argument like that. We could have been talked about that a long time ago. We could have been worked that part out. I mean, you've been holding on to that thing. I mean, so you can't just let stuff fester. You know. But I found out that a trick that I use on her a lot. I use this trick a lot. Is I calm down. And I talk slow, and I try to make my tone even and nice and slow. And then she catches on to, she sees me slowing down, choosing my words, and she gets the idea. She see how I'm trying. Okay. Let me back off of them a little bit, and let's figure out what the problem is, so that way we can work through whatever the problem is. I mean, sometimes she has to do the same thing. Sometimes she'll back off and kind of, I mean, we take turns. Yeah. Sometimes I just let her go.
It's
let
better
her go and
just to keep the peace.
Yeah. Sometimes I let her go and just go crazy and say all the stupid stuff she wants to say to me.
You do.
Sometimes I do.
And then I apologize.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a whooping board. That's what I'm a whooping. She beats me on the weekends.
But listen. Let's get back.
Yeah,
Okay, so this is how we truly turned our marriage around. It wasn't just when I got sick, but it was the start of it is when we actually moved to Florida, and it was just me and him. It was nobody else in between our relationship, no family. We wasn't telling family. I wasn't running back telling my family what's going on. He wasn't doing that. It was just me and him working together, learning how to respect each other, learn how to communicate, really just learning how to work together, and that's what made the difference. And when I seen he was really trying, I really tried, and vice versa. So if you decide that we're gonna give this a shot, we're gonna really try to make it happen, then it needs to be just you and him. Everybody else block it. From anyway, it should always just be you and your spouse. A lot of times we include people, and that makes it messy. Because we gonna get over it. They ain't.
I had to learn that.
Not my family. My family, not the Corleys. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah. My folks.
If I was over it, they was over.
Yeah.
But not his folks.
Yeah, my folks, they gonna hold a grudge on you. You ain't gonna do this to my son. You ain't gonna do this to my brother. I don't care what he did. I know he ain't shit. I mean, but we have to
just leave your family out of it.
Leave your people out.
Take care of your problems in house. Work with your spouse. Always show respect, and be honest with each other. Like don't hold stuff in and let it blow up later. And be honest with each other and be each other's best friends. Like Donnell said, he always felt like I wasn't his best friend until then. He felt like I was better friends with other people than him, and that was probably true. But then we really learned each other. We really stuck by each other. We really became each other's best friends. We really cared about each other. We really cared about each other's feelings and how we treated each other.
Yeah, I mean, and part of it is you gotta have the courage to deal with the tough questions. You know what I mean? Your real feelings. You can't not put your feelings out there. I mean, if you're trying to be in it to win it, I mean, you gotta face the big questions. You gotta hold yourself.
Hard stuff.
You gotta hold yourself accountable for your own happiness. I figured out that
He can't make me happy. I can't make him happy.
Right.
That's true.
I'm responsible for my own happiness, and I got to look inside to see what I'm mad about. Yeah. What the problem is. The problem is inside me. It's not with her. I got to figure out how to deal with my problems and be vulnerable enough to let that person in, to say, hey, this is what I'm feeling like. These are my problems. These are my feelings. And to have that type of trust with the next person, that's hard to do. But I'm in it for the long haul, so a lot of times it'll take a little bit of time to, hey, listen, this how I feel. I know I'm a big macho man, and the man's man, the guy's guy, whatever that case is, but this how I feel.
And when he started being honest about his feelings and started not being so angry all the time, that was better. Cause like I need to know, I need to be able to read you. I really need to know how you feeling. I need to know how to treat you, how you really want to be treated. I think I could do one thing, but I mean I'm doing it a certain way, and you mad about it. You know what I'm saying? So that all that matters, and all of that changed for us, and we just really start seeing each other, really start treating each other how the other one needs to be treated. We also figured out how to make our own selves happy. I mean, we can be happy together, you know what I'm saying, but he can't make me happy. I had to figure that out myself, what makes me happy, so that,
I mean, I can help you be happy.
Yeah.
I can't make you happy, but I can help you to be happy. Yeah. I can, do my due diligence to make sure you have all the happy things around you. But if you still got something inside, there's nothing I can do about that. If I don't know. Yeah.
And we do talk. Now we wouldn't talk about everything at first, and now we do. We tell each other everything.
Yeah, I'm pretty much an open book now. Yeah. I mean, because for one, I'm over the shame of being a serial cheater. I'm over that. It was then. This is now. I have no desire to be. You see what I got? You know what I mean? You see what I got? You know what I'm saying? I don't care what y'all got going on. I'm home. You know what I mean? My home is here. So, I'm cool. I'm super cool where I'm at and where we are right now. I mean, is things 100%? Do we have a perfect situation? Absolutely not. But that's the beauty of it. Yeah. We're not perfect. And whatever things that makes me mad about her, those are trivial things that, whatever. It's
the good outweighs the bad.
Yeah. And that's so,
And another thing another thing that I think you have to show your man, because they men, they don't express their feelings like we do, but you just have to show them you appreciate them. You have to show them you appreciate them, you love them, you need them. I need my man. Yes, I can go out there and do everything myself, but I need him. And he knows that. He knows that. He knows I'm happy. That when he come in, I'm smiling, cause I'm happy. I'm happy to see him.
Man, listen, I'm telling you. I spent a lot of years, many years, getting a stank eye coming home, because I'm out doing who knows what, and I spent many years getting a stank eye when I walk in the door. But nowadays, since things are getting better and better, I like to see the smile on her face. You know what I mean? That's the joy. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what the husband's supposed to. That's your job. And when you're doing your job, your reward is the smiley face when you come home. That's that's the reward, the smiley face. That's, you know what I'm saying, when you catch your wife just looking at you, smiling a little bit because she like you a little bit.
Yeah.
You can kind of pat yourself on the back a little bit, like I'm all right. I'm doing what I need to do, and I don't want to mess it up. So, you know, that's
and remember,
that's us.
when you decide to start over, hit the reset button.
Really start over.
Really start over. Don't bring up the past. Don't use it as a weapon. Just really start over. You want to forget it anyway. To be honest, I don't want to keep rehashing all the bad that happened. I want that gone.
Right.
You know. So, but you know, don't bring it up. Just let people really work through becoming who they're trying to be. So that's important too.
That's very. I mean, if it's the past, let it stay there. Worry about today and tomorrow. That's the main thing. So, you know, I think that's
what really helped us. That's what helped us turn it around.
Right.
And we, you know,
get
we
you one of these. Get you one of these.
Get you a therapist. Get you a therapist. If you don't have, you know, you could use your stuffed animal therapist until you get you a real one.
Right.
But you know, we didn't even go to a real therapist. We really use to get our feelings out. You know what I'm saying? To really get our feelings out and to, you know, just get get all that frustration and anger out. Because you don't want to hold on to that.
Now
try to laugh as much as you can.
Laugh as much as
have fun together.
Possible.
Yeah.
You know, humor is the best stress reliever. Is just finding some humor, and just try to relax a little bit. I mean, we as humans, I mean, everything goes wrong. Just to be, you know what I mean? Nothing is right. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is ever going to go. Nothing ain't. We got to know that, and you got to be ready. You know what I'm saying? You got to be ready because it's not the end of the world.
It's not.
It's not the end of the world because hopefully you'll wake up tomorrow and try again. Yeah. Hopefully you got it right enough today to where you can get another chance tomorrow. Yeah. And tomorrow's gonna come. Yeah. And it might rain today. That sun gonna come out. That mud gonna dry up. Mm-hmm. And you're gonna be back in action. The sun's gonna shine on your face. The sun is gonna shine on your life, in your relationship, all of that. So just, you know, I mean, it takes time.
It does. It takes time, but you know,
it takes time and it takes work. Mm-hmm. And it's everyday work. I mean, there's no days off being married. I mean, it's just no days off. You gotta intentionally. Is that the right way to say it? Mm-hmm. Intentionally try. Intentionally
do.
Intentionally be happy.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And when those times and you're not, your partners, they gotta kick in. Yeah. You gotta take turns. I mean, you know, it's just how it goes. So, you know, I think that's a little more about us. It's like 3 parts to this thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got it's so much.
Several parts. It's several
so
stories
much,
we could tell y'all.
Right. It's so much stuff to unpack.
But that's just how, you know, and there's so much more to it than that. But that's you know, just trying to think of the things that, you know, that's really sticking out that really helped us to really see each other and really treat each other the way we should. You know, we should be treating each other and have, you know, and be happy. I believe that we are truly happy now.
We are.
And we still got a whole lot of stuff we deal with on a day-to-day basis. But at the end of the day, I'm loving him. I'm looking at him like that's my baby, and we happy, and you know we still rocking. So we want y'all to know y'all can do it too.
Right.
You can do it too.
Happy is in there.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't want to admit that you can't be selfish. You know, if
not in your marriage.
Not even if the way I started looking at things is, if I'm only worried about her and she's only worried about me, that means we got each other. I mean, you know what I mean? That's just how, I mean, if I'm trying to do stuff to make her happy, to provide, put the happy things around her and all that kind of stuff, in the process of that, hopefully she's doing the same thing, to try to put all the happy things that I like, or just making a happy environment for me. So if I'm concentrating on her, she's concentrating on me, then no one's missing anything. Yeah. You know, so I mean,
that's what I think. Once you figure that out and you're not selfish, you just trying to make yourself happy. I think once you figure that out, then you'll see how the other person will reciprocate, because they see what you're doing.
Right,
you know?
right.
Yeah.
You do me, I'll do you back. We can do it at the same time.
But okay, look, we're gonna end this video, and we'll be back next week with another story. So let us know what y'all what you think, what y'all want us to talk about. If you want to discuss anything, if you want to do anything right now you think you can't get through, let us know, because we probably been through it. Because we've been through so much. We probably can at least give you some advice,
some advice
of how we handled it. Some
situations that we went through, that we got over, and all kind of stuff. I mean, we here, I'm an open book, you know what I'm saying? So just check us out. The coach, you know what I mean? Reach out for her. She's trying to move around, and we trying to not do this trucking thing no more. So this is our exit plan of trucking, but not at life.
Yeah.
So see y'all next time.
All right.
We out here.